Hi guys, and welcome back to FutureFunded. Today I'm going to be going through the exact elements that you need to be consistently profitable. And no, it's not on technicals, it is all based upon your mindset, how you think, how you approach your routine, and the very things that you need to do to track your trades properly so that you can actually obtain some form of consistency. I'll be going through it all in the charts, so let's get going. So, typically speaking, whenever everyone talks about trading, the first thing that they talk about is this, right? Charts. Technical analysis, strategy, yada, 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 this, that, and the other. But if you truly understand trading, you should understand by now that if you've taken trades, this probably makes up about 10% of what trading actually is, okay? You can have any strategy in the world. Most strategies, in my opinion, can work. It's just whether the individual can make it work. Now, what do you think I mean when I say whether the individual can make it work? Whether the individual's mindset is aligned with that strategy is something completely different. Now, the only way to understand this and the only way to start implementing is you have to understand this to begin with. Random distribution. Okay, random distribution means that if you was to take 20 trades, you have no idea which ones are going to win and which ones are going to lose. But the good thing is you don't need to know. Your strategy is designed for you to make money after 20 trades. Okay, so at the end of 20 trades, you can look back and you can say, right, have I made money here? Yes or no? If you have, then your strategy works. If you haven't, then that's when you need to adjust and maybe look at something else. But again, 20 trades is even quite small. Some people look at 40 trades, 50 trades, 100 trades. I know I did 300 trades in order to actually get clarification on whether my strategy actually worked. And I think that's a good thing. Obviously, it's time consuming, but how bad do you want it, right? So a strategy is not designed to work on a trade by trade basis. That's the one thing that you need to understand. It's not designed to work on your next trade. That means that if you go into taking a position today, you can't guarantee, even if you execute your strategy perfectly, you can't guarantee that it's going to win. You can only guarantee that you are going to execute your plan. Okay, you can only control what you can control. You can't control markets. That's one of the main things. Now, if you focus on it based upon random distribution, you could take the next 20 trades and you could say to yourself, I don't know which ones are going to win, which ones are going to lose. But if I don't need to know, I just need to execute my plan flawlessly on every single trade. And at the end of 20 trades, I know that my strategy is going to work and I'm going to make money and I'm going to get payouts and this, that, and the other. But if you go into it thinking I'm going to win today, let's say, here's my strategy, I've executed it, this is going to work, you're doomed. Because one thing that you need to understand about trading is, even if you find what you believe is your perfect setup, that can still lose. And it does still lose all the time. Okay? It's not about whether you win today or tomorrow. It's about how do your results look at the end of the month or at the end of the quarter or at the end of 20 trades, 30 trades, 50 trades. That's a true reflection of your strategy. Today is not a true reflection of your strategy at all. Okay? And that's one of the key things that you need to understand. Secondly, what you need to understand is every moment is unique. What do I mean by that? I mean that no trade that you saw yesterday, regardless of whether it worked or not, let's just say it did work, you cannot take that methodology or that mental picture that you had in your head of yesterday's trade into today's trade, because yesterday is a completely different day to today. Yesterday you had a certain amount of buyers and sellers, and you would need all of those buyers and sellers to be the same people as they were yesterday, today. In order for your trade to work, you need to have let's say you're buying, you need to have the same amount of sellers putting the exact same orders in today in order for that trade to work out. So you can't focus on the picture that you had yesterday and try and apply it today. You have to be present and you have to focus on what you see now. Okay, don't focus on what you think, focus on what you see. Your opinion is one of the biggest killers in trading. It will destroy your trading, and that is why we have rules, because your rules will differentiate you from your opinion. Your opinion is just, oh, this looks nice, that looks nice. Well, you're not going to get anywhere in trading if you're just focused on, oh, this looks nice, I look like I want to, or it looks like I want to take it. You have to look at it from, okay, has this happened? Has this happened? Has that happened? Has this happened? If it has, regardless of how it looks, you must enter that trade if it's your strategy. If those elements haven't taken place and those confluences have not been ticked, even if that trade looks nice, you shouldn't be taking it. It's as simple as that. And that's what I think most people get confused by. People trade based upon whether they like a setup or not. That's incorrect. You should be trading based upon whether your strategy has been met or not, regardless of how it looks. Okay? Because let's say you don't, you're only gonna go for trades that look nice. Well, that might be okay and you might be happy with that, but how many trades are you gonna take that look nice in your head aren't your strategy? So you're just gonna take a bunch of trades that don't meet any of your edge requirements, but you're just going off of your opinion that they look great. Well, guess what? I'm sorry to say, you're just gambling at that point. Okay, you really are. So try and understand to the best of your knowledge that every moment is unique. No two things happen the same, and you must come into the markets every single day and focus all of your ability, time and energy on being present to what is going on right now. Forget yesterday, forget last week, forget last month, forget in a month. Just focus on what do I see. If I see that my edge is materializing, let's say here, but I've got an area down here, but I see that my edge is materializing here, well, I'm going to enter from here if my edge is present there. I'm not going to wait until down here, because down here is just what I think. What's actually happening now? Well, what's happening now is my edge is happening. My strategy is happening. Okay, so what a lot of traders end up doing is they end up missing their setup, let's say, because they're waiting for what they believe looks nice. Okay, they're waiting for the perfect. The perfect doesn't exist in trading. All that exists is risk to reward. Is this risk worth the reward? Is this trade worth it? And does it meet my requirements? All right. And then thirdly, we don't need to know what's going to happen next. Now, this might sound like a really, really common thing, but it is so true. Now, as true as it sounds, it's actually really difficult to apply and to make a characteristic of your mental makeup. Understanding and going into the market every single day with the perspective that I don't care what the outcome is, I just care about, am I executing properly? The outcome will take care of itself over the long term. I don't need to know what's going to happen today. I don't need to try and look for a trade that's going to guarantee me a win today or tomorrow or by the end of the week. I just need to focus on hitting my strategy. Okay? Because one thing that you cannot take away or that you can't control is you can't control price movement. We don't have the power, we don't have the capital, we don't have the ability to do it. Institutions are the only ones who can move price. So they're the ones who can dictate where price is going next, which means that they can have some form of expectation about whether the trade's going to win or not. Okay, because they're the ones who are moving it. We can't. We have no idea, and it only takes one institutional trader around the world to either go with our methodology today or go against it. Okay, so when you lose, you're not wrong if so long as you've executed your plan, because it just means that someone else had a difference of opinion to you, an institutional player. And when you win, that doesn't mean that you're, the greatest trader in the world. It just means that there's an institutional player who, had the same opinion as you today. All right. I'm telling you, what I will say though is that their strategy would have been different, but they just had the same opinion. They just thought price was going to go up and they bought, and then you bought as well. Okay. So you have to understand that trading in terms of the outcome is random. It is random. And everyone will try and cushion it up as much as possible, but it makes no difference. You can try and sell me as many setups as you want that you're gonna say are gonna win, but the truth is you have no idea whether it's gonna win, and neither do I. Okay, and that's actually a good thing, because then you can teach yourself how to take away your expectation and focus solely on just wake up every single day, be present, do the same thing. Now, number 4, routine. How can you expect to be consistent in trading if you are inconsistent in your life? If you wake up in bed and you go on your phone and you take a trade, what hope do you have? Seriously, like what hope do you have? Right? Let's do a comparison. You wake up, you go straight on your phone, you're in bed, you're tired, you're half asleep, you take the first trade that you see that pops up on your phone in the space of 2 minutes. In comparison to me, I wake up at 7 a.m, I go have a coffee, I go have a shower, I get dressed, I get ready for the day, I'm on the charts by 7:30, I do a half an hour analysis, I get everything ready, everything organized, I know exactly what I'm looking at, I plan my trade, and then I wait and I set alerts from that setup to materialize. And if it does and it hits my area, then I come back on the charts, right? That's a structure, that's a routine. I'm completely focused by the time I come back on the charts because I've done everything right leading up to that trade. I'm not tired, I've had my coffee, I'm not unfocused, I'm not looking at the first setup I see, I'm not late, I'm not rushed, I'm not any of it. I'm literally on time to absolutely everything. Hence why even if I lose today, I know that I've done everything right leading up to that. So I haven't actually lost, I've actually won because my routine was more important. Okay, so ask yourself, go back to look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, am I doing all of these things? If you're not, you know what to do. All right, no one's going to tell you to do it. You have to be the one to do it. And if you're getting frustrated about why your trading isn't working in this, that, and the other, go have a real sit down with yourself and ask yourself, are you doing all of the things that you know you're supposed to be doing? If you're not, go and work on them immediately, right? And if you are, I'm telling you now, you're going to see some sort of progress, regardless of whether you think it's progress or not. It is progress, and every week you'll make progress if you're doing the right things. If you're just revenge trading, over trading, just gambling essentially, then you're only ever going to go backwards. So you have to make the decision with yourself. So I hope that helps, guys. As you can see, trading is really just made up of the mental mindset. It's not necessarily based upon strategy. Everyone has a strategy, but 1% of traders are actually consistently profitable. That should tell you everything you need to know about trading. All right, so I hope it helps, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers, guys.
There you have it, guys. Hopefully by now you can see trading is literally 10% technicals, 90% of it is mindset, psychology, and how you react to things. And if you found that useful, as always, please make sure to like and subscribe for more content. I'll be doing it every single week. And make sure to go to FutureFunded, get your challenge, and start implementing everything I've spoken about. I'll see you next time.